Hi everyone, welcome to my backyard pond. Now, it's a DIY pond, so I had uploaded videos earlier about it and just to show how much I enjoy it. And I talked about being happy with, what I did, but I actually didn't put up or talk anything about the process and how much it cost me. So I thought it would be a good idea to just give that, so if people like me who have never had any experience or they know what to do, um, maybe it might be helpful for you guys. So this is the DIY pond that I have, and let me just go through quickly because I have a very detailed video below about this whole thing, and I'm gonna skim over that and talk about the process and the cost. So the whole thing started because I have a huge backyard, but when I got the house, it was just full of pine trees, and it was full of poison ivy, and I could not even step inside. And it took me around 6 years to be able to actually do it. And when we did it, we cut down. I had like around 30 pine trees here, and there was huge dips in the ground, and water used to accumulate, and of course there was just wilderness really. And so when we decided to do the makeover, I had people that come in to cut the trees, and after they cut the trees, we had to actually grade the whole yard, and we had to put down like tons of soil. I can't even tell you how, can't remember how much, but it was a couple hundred tons at least, just to make it a little even. So while they were doing that, we had the excavator in. Um, of course, we had to take the stumps out, so all kind of equipment in here. So when they were doing that, I asked them to dig out a hole for my pond. I had looked up on internet, and kind of looked at Amazon, and I found a kit, DIY kit for $625 from Half Off Ponds. Um, and so according to the liner, I had given them specification to dig out that hole, but I mean they didn't do a great job, and I wasn't very precise either, so I will take that upon myself as well. No one in my house really wanted it. My husband and kids and everyone were opposed to it. They didn't. No one really knew whether this was going to work or what, and no one was interested either. So it was really just me trying to make it work, which I didn't care, but clearly, I have no expertise in this. So the, I mean, the depth of the pond is not great. The lining is high in some places, like the low in some places, but it worked out in the end. The skimmer and the waterfall, they work fine. And this, like I said, this DIY kit cost me 625, and it had everything to get this thing up and running. And then the stones, a lot of the stones I found were in my yard while they were excavating, so I used them. Unfortunately, I ran out of them because just the liner here is very high. So I had to go out and buy around $500 worth of stones, which wasn't in my budget, but I had to do it. So total, it cost me 1,100 just to get it up and running. And of course, then the plants and all these flowers, bushes, they're separate, but they're not. They won't break your bank, and you can do it as and when you want to. Um, so that was what it cost me. Now, Yes, I didn't have to pay extra for digging this out because they were already doing my backyard. So that might be a cost that you might have to consider, or if you have friends and they want to come down and help you dig it, well, that's great. Then you would save on that. I didn't. I did not hire anyone for the stones. It was backbreaking, but it was really me and my teenage boys, my husband. We just put all of this together, which of course my kids hate me now because I made them do so much work, but that's okay. They got over it now because they love the pond and they show off to their friends. So in the end, it was well worth the effort. um, the filter is a little dirty because now it's fall and things are starting to fall, so I have to clean it, but that works. The waterfall works great. And then there are fishes that we put down in June, and they spawn, and there's these babies right here. There's, I don't know if you can see them, but they're all here. They spawn, and I have a bunch of babies in the pond. I'm very excited about. I had frogs visit my pond, and it's. I can tell you that it was worth the effort. I love it, and if you decide to do it, I am sure you will not regret it, even though it is hard work, but worth every bit in the end. So, if you want to look at my other videos on it, definitely do. And I'm gonna maybe do pre and post how my yard looks. I keep doing stuff to it now, but it's as and when I have time. Um, so thank you. Thanks for watching this. I hope you found this informative.